Voila! Welcome to another conjunction videos. I love doing these videos. So today we're gonna do Venus and Ketu, the south node of the moon Ketu. And what happens when they come into a chart? Well, Ketu, what is Ketu? The south node is the headless body. Ketu represents the thing that we have already accomplished. Ketu represents moksha. It represents letting go of things. It goes away from getting material gains. Okay, Ketu is about our karmic debt that we're here to pay. See, Ketu and Saturn are really the karmic debt planet. Okay, and also another thing about Ketu is that it doesn't think. It doesn't like thinking because it doesn't have any head. So it just does things blindly, and its main nature is to let things go, and it's to be disconnected from things. You know, to be kind of a loner, to be dissatisfied. And what is Venus? Venus is our happiness, our passion. So wherever your Venus is in your chart, that's where your passion is. That's where your love for the things are. That's what brings you happiness. Venus is your luxurious life. Venus is a type of things that you want, type of things that you like having, type of food that you eat. The way you dress up is seen by Venus. Whether you dress up like a billionaire, whether you dress up like a homeless person, depends all on the Venus. What kind of vehicles do you drive? Depends on Venus. Your love and relationship is represented by Venus. So when these two come together, what happens is a lot of dissatisfaction in a person's happy life, in a person's marriage life. Okay, because Ketu is the things that we have already experienced. And Venus wants happiness. It wants things. It wants material things. So when these two come together in one horoscope, no matter how much this person's get, whether it's a woman or man, whether it's marriage, whether it's business, whether it's pleasure, no matter how much they get, they always feel unsatisfied. So in a marriage, they're always just never satisfied with their partner, never satisfied with the love that they receive. They're always looking for that perfect love that they will never get. And that's one of the most important things you have to remember about Venus and Ketu conjunction. And it's very hard to receive any kind of spiritual enlightenment, I should say. It's very tough because Venus is like Rahu. Venus loves material things. Venus represents that princess in front of the mirror that loves dressing up, that loves looking at herself, wants to know if she's looking good or not. Where Ketu is just like whatever. It just doesn't care what anybody's saying about it. It doesn't care what rumors are being spread. Ketu just wants to go in its own blind direction. So it becomes that tic-tac war with Venus and Ketu in one house. Because this person, even though they will have all the nice clothes, all the nice jewelry with them, they will never wear it. And they will feel like, why am I not doing this? Why am I not liking this? They will question that too. So it creates a lot of confusion when it comes to one's passion, one's happiness. Like these people are either sometimes interested in this thing, but then they feel like, no, I think I've already done this. So kind of like Venus and Mercury, what happens there? Indecisive mind. So when it comes to their passion, they just tend to spread themselves a lot into different directions. And Venus is also about, remember, wealth as well. So these guys are poor at managing their wealth because one side of their mind says, let it go, let it go, let it go. This is nothing. This is all crap. Nothing makes sense. And then Venus is like, hey, okay, what else can I get? What else can I get? What else can I? So it's a very tough combination to have with Venus and Ketu because you're in that tug of war. Whether do I want material gain or I want spirituality? Okay. However, it's better for these people are much more committed in their second or third marriage versus their first marriage. Because first marriage, they're experiencing love. They're like, okay, how is this thing like called partnership and wife or husband? And then when they're dissatisfied with it, they go again somewhere else. So this creates that, that cheating on a spouse type of situation, depending on certain house and nakshatra though. And so when they finally come to realize that that's it, I will never be satisfied, then what happens is whoever they get next, they're just happy with that. So they're always committed to them. And this happens, it may not happen with a marriage. Somebody might have 6 relationships, 4 relationships before they settle down. So when they settle down, whether even getting a divorce, they feel like, okay, I'm just happy. This is what God has given me. I'm going to take it. So that's what happens with Venus and Ketu conjunction. Now, just as tough as it might be for a person to achieve any kind of spiritual enlightenment with this combination, however, this combination at one place with one sign and one nakshatra can produce a Mother Teresa. I'm sure you guys have heard of Amma in South India, where, you know, she gives you a hug and her power, her love transforms into, you know, giving you a benefit life. And I have not seen her horoscope. I don't know what her horoscope is, but this is what happens when Venus and Ketu comes into the sign of Pisces in the 12th house. 12th house is what? About spirituality, letting things go. You know, it's about finding love in the things that people don't see. And Venus is love. Okay, so when Venus comes in Pisces, Venus in Pisces becomes like, okay, I cannot love one person. I am able to love everybody equally. That's what happens with Venus in Pisces. And Ketu in Pisces is also excelled, like Venus. It also wants to experience spirituality. It wants to experience the enlightenment of this world. It wants to experience the other side of the world that people cannot see. So what happens with this combination in a man's or woman's chart, these people become those spiritual gurus, kind of like Amma, Mother Teresa, somebody like Princess Diana. I don't know what her chart is. I haven't seen it yet. Okay, but you see how they're able to love everybody equally. So that's what happens with this combination. I think Princess Diana would be a wrong example because she was involved in relationships and men and all of that, like Dodi Al-Fayed and things like that. But I'm talking more so like a spiritual person, like Amma. You know, like that's what happens with this too. So if you have these two in a sign of Pisces in 12th house, that's where you should start. You will automatically realize, okay, I need to give my love to everybody and letting the material world behind you. So guys, this was my analysis on Ketu and Venus conjunction. And also remember, I forgot, good thing I remember, even though Venus is with Ketu, making it spiritual, remember, Rahu is also aspecting the Venus. So that Rahu influence is still there. Okay, that means damaging of a marriage. That means it could possibly end in a divorce, or it could possibly end in a mindset that, hey, I'm not meant for marriage in certain houses and all that. But I'm not going to go into specific of that right now. Okay, so guys, if you're new to my channel, subscribe above. You know what to do. Otherwise, I'm going to throw my Ketu at your Venus. And if you want to know more about astrology and myths and misconceptions of astrology, check out the link below. Thank you. Fuck.